Okay, a few things that I learned when interviewing some teachers about lesson plans is that number one, lesson plans are tied to the big picture, and they really show the teacher how they are going to get the students to the big picture. One of the teachers I interviewed said that she always ties her lesson plans to standards and essential questions. This teacher, Laurel, she focused more on developing these big picture things than the detailed lesson plans. In fact, she just used her PowerPoint lessons for her class as her prompt or plan or skeleton to get through the lesson. There's a general idea, has a topic, and then there's an activity and assessment, and so she always has that integrated. And for her administration, she would always have to have at least a topic, activity, and assessment, and that created the skeleton. And also, lesson plans are important because they help keep the teachers organized if they're teaching multiple different classes, so they don't have to think about transitioning. They just know what's happening where. It was interesting to learn about this program called RunWeb, where teachers can plug out in their basic overview of the unit, and it encourages transparency between the administration, teachers, students, and parents who can all access it and see what they're learning live. I think also I learned that you can't always plan ahead. It would be nice to lesson plan the whole semester, but it's not always possible for teachers because they might not have experience with that students in that type of environment or the class curriculum. And so oftentimes their second semester or second year is a lot more organized because they have past lesson plans and they know the context with their teaching, so then it's easier to stay organized. And also too, I found out that teachers, they don't always have time to take notes and reflect, but they do take notes if the class didn't go well, and that's mainly to see what can be improved. Finally, I would say my biggest takeaway from these interviews was that talking to teachers really gave me a realistic perspective on how they have to balance and manage their workload and also prioritize their classes with the limited time that they have available and also the energy that they have. The lesson plans help them maintain that big picture of units and standards, because those big picture things can get lost in the flurry of everyday activity. So lesson plans are really helpful for the teachers just to draw them back to that big idea, to help them reorient themselves after they've been talking to students and things in the hallway and getting the supplies and printing worksheets, and then suddenly they have to jump into this, and the lesson plan is a way for them to draw to the big picture and be like, okay, I know how to tie all this together in the end.